Hi, today I'm reviewing the Kevyn Aucoin Prismagic Highlighting Trio. Really quick, I just want to say I purchase all these products with my own money, so you know you can trust my opinion is what I honestly believe. And if you want to help support the channel, click on the Amazon link below before you make your purchase. So this is a product from Kevyn Aucoin, kind of going in with some of their newer, they've got their Cyber Molten Lip and their Electropop eyeshadow palette. And this is a highlighting palette, but it's not really a highlighting palette per se. So let me just kind of go through my review. It sells for $48. And when I saw the pictures online, because I haven't been able to see this in the store, I didn't realize how little product you get, but there's really not a lot of product in there. Keep in mind these three little things underneath aren't product, but it's just three small pans. So there's really not a lot of product in there. So, and it's meant to be a highlighter, but I haven't had great success using it as a highlighter because there's a lot of the sparkles or not glitters. Well, you'll see when we get to the swatches, but anyway, so let me start with my criteria. The first one is packaging, and this definitely has beautiful packaging. They did a good job with it. I kind of wish on the inside they might have spaced out some of the highlighters a little bit further away so you could get a brush in there, but most likely you'll be using either your finger or a very small brush with this anyway. So it's not a huge issue, so I gave it a thumb up on the packaging criteria. And then alcohol, there is no alcohol in this product, so that got a thumb up as well. And then the next one is fragrance, and there is no fragrance or any scent to this since it's a powder, but there definitely are some eyeshadows and powders that do have fragrance. This one does not, so that got a thumb up for that. Then my next criteria is where it's manufactured. And this is manufactured in the United States, so it got a thumb up for that. This is manufactured in Italy. And my biggest criteria with manufacturing location isn't specifically where it's manufactured, it's where I don't want things manufactured, and that's mostly China. And that's mostly because there's a higher likelihood of having contaminants in the product if it's manufactured in China. There's just less government regulation and oversight in things that are manufactured there. So in general, you might have a lot of stuff manufactured in China and not have any issues, but there's still more of a likelihood that you will have issues. So, but this is manufactured in Italy, so we definitely got a thumb up there. And then the fifth criteria is ease of use. And this one I gave a thumbs down because, you know, this really isn't the easiest thing to use. And that could be because I'm just not sure quite how I want to use it yet. Mostly I've been using this as an eyeshadow topper. Using this as a highlight, or you could also use it as a lip topper. If you have the Kevyn Aucoin eye gloss, you can kind of mix it in with that as well and kind of give it a pop. But if you're using this just as a highlighter, which is kind of how it's marketed, it's not the easiest to use, and that's just because of some of the glitter and some of the flakes in there. And then that goes in with number 6, which is pigmentation. And let me give you guys some swatches. And I just don't love dipping my fingers into a lot of eyeshadows, especially when I'm just kind of reviewing them. So I'm going to use I got this newer brush from Urban Decay, and it's called the F110 finger brush, and it does actually a really good job of picking up loose pigments and glitters and some eyeshadows. So let me give you guys some swatches of these 3 shadows here. So there you kind of get a feel for it, but there's definitely chunks of sparkle and glitter in this. So in terms of a highlighter, it's not the easiest to apply as a highlighter and have it look natural at all. And I know when you're looking at Prismatic, you're probably not super into natural stuff, but you just don't want it to look like a glitter exploded all over your face or sparkles did. And using this with my fingertip, I still got similar results with some of the chunks of glitter. It's just not a fine powder. So it's a little tricky to use as a highlighter. Mixing it in with a lip gloss is a little bit easier, but then you'll definitely want to use your fingertip. You don't want to get a brush kind of mixed up into that and kind of dilute the little pigment that is there. So I'm just a little scared working with this because I'm so afraid that I'm going to destroy the little bit that is there, but it is beautiful. So they definitely have created something here that's different and unique from a lot of other things, but you can just see some of the chunks of glitter are just too large. So it's definitely not the easiest to work with, which is why I gave it a thumb down on that. And in terms of pigmentation, the color Illusion and Enchanted are definitely more bright and bold than Aura is. So in terms of using those, you know, Aura would probably be the best used as a highlighter. But for me, I've just used this as a lip topper, and then I'm actually using it on top of, right now, the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. I'm using it on top of a couple matte colors. So it kind of gave those a little bit of oomph, but pretty pigmented, I guess. But I guess when you're looking at Prismagic, you're not super concerned about glitter. Neither am I typically, but I just don't want to look like glitter exploded everywhere. So on to my next criteria, which is animal testing. And the Kevyn Aucoin brand does not test on animals. Love that. So I definitely gave that a thumbs up. Performance, I also gave it a thumb up, although the one thing you want to watch out for if you're using it as an eyeshadow topper is a little bit of fallout here and there. So you definitely want to be precise when you're applying it, but there can be a little bit of fallout, but not a ton. So I definitely gave it a thumb up in terms of performance. Now price, definitely gave that a thumbs down. This is super expensive for what you get. There's not a ton of actual product here. But what you do have is super high quality, but I still gave that a thumbs down. It's expensive. Then the it factor, it definitely has the it factor for me. I definitely, right when I saw this, I'm like, I have to have that. So I picked it up, but beautiful product overall. Definitely liking it. A lot of the stuff from the Kevyn Aucoin brand, I absolutely love. There's been a few losers, but I love their Cyber Molten Lip, their Electropop eyeshadow palette, love those. The Sensual Skin Enhancer, I haven't tried any of those yet, but that's going to be my next thing I'm going to definitely try out from this brand. So overall, this got an 8, so that gets a 1 thumb up on my scale. So decent product, pricey. So if you don't have a ton of money, there's other things you should spend your money on, but if you've got enough money and you want to try something new, there's nothing wrong with that. So anyway, I'm interested if you guys have had a chance to check this out yet or not, and what your thoughts were, or what else have you tried from the Kevyn Aucoin brand, and what have you tried and how have you liked it. So they're definitely got some fun stuff out there. They don't release a lot of products, but it seems like what they do release is well thought out, and there's some brands that are releasing new things all the time. Urban Decay is one of them. It seems like every day they've got something new out and stuff on clearance. But Kevyn Aucoin brand doesn't release a ton of stuff, but what they do usually is pretty high quality. So anyway, those are kind of my thoughts. So leave a comment with your thoughts. Also, feel free to subscribe if you're not already. I come with at least one new review every day. And also check out nobsbeauty.net. I am adding new content to it every single day. So thank you so much, guys.